Hi, this is my fifth Mustang Makeover update, and in this video I'm taking you through a session I did a week or two ago with this mare. Gives you a little bit of an idea of where we're up to at the moment. I always start the sessions with, well, pretty much any horse, but certainly with the greener horses, we're doing a little bit of liberty work. So I saddle her up and I turn her loose in the arena. I think this is really good, the liberty, because it starts to get her focused on me and comfortable with me, as well as sort of developing a little bit of draw, getting her so she wants to be around me and wants to follow me, and I've got a little bit of an ability to affect those feet. It's also great, with getting her improved at wanting to be caught and getting her so when I approach her, she's looking to find me rather than looking to leave me. So I always start with this liberty, and I find that that's really useful. And it's something that I would do with, like I say, with most horses that I work with. Once I've got worked at the liberty, I then go into my parking exercises. With this horse, as I've said in previous videos, one of her biggest things is things kind of behind her and going from behind her eyes, which is what's sort of holding up our progress with the ridden. So I spend a bit of time here with my flag, going from her left eye to her right eye, standing on both sides of her and trying to get her used to having those things behind that saddle area, behind that shoulder area, and continuing to develop a confidence with that. And that's something I do right at the start. I also, handle her feet every day. I want her to be, as comfortable as possible with that process. She's had her feet trimmed with the farrier, but you can see from her expression, she's still not totally sure about it. She's allowing me to do it, but like with everything in this horse, she's still a little wary about everything and still a little unsure, and she needs lots of reassurance. So we do this every day with her, repetitively at the start of each session, just getting her so that she's comfortable standing on 3 legs, that she's confident enough to give me those feet, both the fronts and the hinds. And again, as we start trimming her more and more, and maybe even one day if she had shoes on, she'd be prepared for that farrier, and having that done with her. Then into the driving, again, something you might have seen a lot with me doing. I don't do a huge amount with her, but I want to move her out in both directions and make sure she's comfortable with that. Then it comes in again here, we're just working on that preparation for having her turn away and getting more comfortable. So I'm working here on my unwinding exercise, and I'm taking that then into my driving exercise. So what I'm asking her to do is turn away from me, from one eye to another eye, and then step forwards and move out. Again, just doing everything I can really to help her understand what it is I'm trying to do with her, really breaking it down into really small pieces. I do that in both directions, and then I'm spending time here with my lateral flexion exercise, my head and neck yielding exercises, working again on getting her flexing from the opposite side. So I stand on her left shoulder here and get her to stand on the right, and there I just holding, I don't want her kind of flipping her head back there, so I want to be able to hold it, and you'll see me kind of rubbing her all around her neck in places where she can't actually see me, to try and again develop that bit of confidence that she's comfortable with me touching her places where she can't see me, and again somewhere where she was previously defensive and is improving. Head and neck lowering, another really good exercise to work on, is getting her more comfortable around me, lowering that head, but equally teaching her how to yield to pressure. This exercise I'm doing now is basically a ground driving exercise, but I'm doing it so that I'm level with the stirrup iron. I want to get to where I'm obviously driving her from where I'm going to be riding her, and you'll see again from her kind of eyes and her ears going and how much attention she's giving me. This is something that she's not yet quite sure with. So I'm there standing on that left stirrup iron, and with my flag on that right side, my arm over her where it would be when I'm riding her, and I'm putting a little bit of weight down with my arm as well, and I want to be able to obviously make some changes of direction, get her to where I can stop her and back her up, and that she's comfortable with that as an idea. In previous videos I've talked about this horse, that she is really a horse that, you have to really break things down into small chunks for her. She's not going to give you everything in one go, and she's been really tricky in that respect, to keep just sort of accepting small percentages and and small improvements. Finally, here I'm climbing on her from both sides, and again just riding her from both sides as well, getting her to where she's happy moving forward. You see she kind of just wants to kind of turn around on the spot here and stop. I think last week, next week or so, we'll start working with someone maybe on the ground leading her. It's not something I usually do, but it might just give her a bit of a help, just getting her moving forwards a little bit. The other thing you'll see is she's really sort of reluctant to sort of look at me in that opposite eye, but it's improving and she's getting straighter and straighter each time. And whilst I'd like to be further ahead, I'm happy with how much she's offered me so far.